Hello and welcome back to Premier League Predictions, the show which does what it says on the tin. We're here to predict this week of the Premier League season. It's game week 10 of the 23-24 Premier League campaign, and we're here with yet again more predictions. Harry, are you excited?
I am. We're in double figures now with the game weeks, and they're flying past pretty quickly.
Yeah, the table's starting to take shape. We're starting to see who's at the top, who's at the bottom, and who's going to flounder around the middle for the whole season. But without further ado, shall we get into this week's games?
Definitely.
On to the Friday night then, and we start with Crystal Palace hosting Tottenham. Tottenham, probably the most exciting team of the Premier League this season, and you've got to love a bit of Friday night football as well. Yeah. Feels like Tottenham have a lot of evening games at the moment. They played on Monday, they're playing on Friday, probably because they're out of Europe, so that helps them out there. But yeah, should be an interesting one. Palace, I mean, they struggled against Newcastle last week, only losing by 1-0 though, I believe.
I thought they scored 4, didn't they?
I did that. Oh yeah, 4-1. I completely forgot what the score was. But yeah, so that wasn't great for them, but they did get a goal. This is going to be arguably even an even more difficult game. How do you see this one panning out?
Yeah, I think similar fashion. Palace will really pour Tottenham firing all cylinders at the moment. They do look unbeatable. You know, going forwards, and I'm expecting another strong performance. I'll go 3-0 to the away side with goals from Son, Maddison, and do you know what? Richarlison.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I know. I can't believe
that's disrespectful to Crystal Palace. I don't think it'll be that comfortable, but I think not that. I mean, I think it'll be comfortable. I don't think it'll be that comprehensive. I'll go 2-0 Tottenham. Similar to the Fulham game, I think they'll have a lot of chances. Similar to the Luton game, I think a lot of chances they just don't put away enough, mainly because of the man you mentioned there, Richarlison. I will say 2-0, and I think it will be a Son goal and a Maddison goal, and they'll set each other up as well. Because that duo are firing on all cylinders at the moment.
Well, Maddison he needs to teach Son how to play darts, though.
He does need to do that. But yeah, other than that, they are really clicking so far this season. On to Saturday then, and we've got another game in London. It's Chelsea versus Brentford. A lot of all London affairs here. Obviously, Palace and Tottenham both in London. Yeah. Chelsea and Brentford both in London. Chelsea, a lot more positive last weekend against Arsenal and have been on a really good run. In fact, if you saw our short sim, we were very, very positive about Chelsea's performance against Arsenal. Now, though, they face a different obstacle in Brentford. Brentford, a side who haven't been great, to be honest, this season, but we know they've still got the quality to turn up in this game and to really pose a threat to Chelsea. So, Harry, how do you see this one panning out? Never like the early kickoff, do you? Never back it.
No, that's what Gandhi said, and I always listen to Gandhi. But as you say, Chelsea have looked good in their last few games, looked much better than they did at the start of the year. Brentford, though, can always throw out a surprise, and I think they will grab a goal, but I'll go for a Chelsea win. I'll go 2-1 to the Blues. It'll be an opener from Sterling, then a response from Mbeumo, and then a winner from Cole Palmer once again.
Fair enough. Yeah, again, I think it's going to be a little bit more comfortable than that. I'll go Chelsea 3, Brentford 0. I think Chelsea are very good at the moment. Brentford haven't shown a lot in recent weeks, and I don't know. I feel they're just not going to have enough to be able to pull off anything here. I will go for a Cole Palmer goal. Again, he's been in electric form recently. I'll say Mykhailo Mudryk after his second goal of the season last week against Arsenal, and then I'll go Enzo Fernandez. Not usually amongst the goals, but I think he will be in this game. So Chelsea 3, Brentford 0. Up next, it's Arsenal versus Sheffield United. Arsenal have been in pretty decent form, but they did struggle to a draw against Chelsea last week. However, they beat Manchester City the game before that, so who knows how they're going to turn up and play this week. They are playing Sheffield United, who, it's fair to say, are probably the worst team in the Premier League this season. Yeah. They're sat bottom at the moment, only 2 points to their name, I believe, or is it 1 point?
One, I think. 1 point, yeah. They were all right against Manchester United.
They were, but they're also not very good.
They're also a bit rubbish. I mean, I think this should be pretty comfortable for Arsenal. They'll want to respond from last week as well. Yeah. I'll go 4-0 to the Gunners, with goals from 2 from Saka, 1 from Trossard, and then a 4 from Declan Rice.
Yeah, I'm not sure Saka will play or not. I think he came off injured again in the Champions League. A lot of injury concerns with him. You just give him a rest, honestly. Give him a bit of time on the sidelines. But if he does play, he'll probably score. But I will say Arsenal 2, Sheffield United 0. Sheffield United haven't really, other than the Newcastle game, and I know this sounds mental because of the Newcastle game, they've not been on there too many thrashings this season. Like, they only lost 2-1 to City. They only lost 2-1 to United. Every other game seems to be 2-1, 2-0, that type of scoreline. Only Newcastle managed to duppy them, really. And I think it'll be a similar sort of close game, but Arsenal edge, and I'll go 2-0 Arsenal. Well, not really a close game, but West Bromwich going to do well again. And I think it'll be 2-0 Arsenal. Goals from Trossard and Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz to score. Don't know if it'll be from the spot or open play, but I think it'll score either way. Up next, it's Bournemouth versus Burnley, continuing the only other 3 o'clock kickoff alongside Arsenal, Sheffield United. This game should be a lot less exciting, but a whole lot more crucial for both these sides' seasons. 2 sides who are currently in the relegation zone, 2 sides who have really struggled so far this season, and a really difficult game this should be for both of them. Bournemouth currently sat in the relegation zone despite a lot of promise at the start of this campaign. They signed a new manager, they signed a load of new players, and apparently if Anthony Iraola doesn't get something from this game, he will be on the sack list by Monday morning. Wow. So harsh but fair from Bournemouth's owners, that. And then Burnley, they've not really shown a lot since coming up from the Championship. Company hasn't really got his side playing the pragmatic style that was so successful in the Championship. If they can replicate that against Bournemouth today, or in this game, then you would think they could be on course for victory. But how do you see this panning out, Harry?
I think Iraola will keep himself going for 1 week longer. Burnley have looked really... I'd be a bit worried for Burnley last week, losing to Brentford. I think Connor Roberts getting sent off in that game as well. It's not going great at the moment. Yeah. I think the misery will be piled on by a Dominic Solanke goal, 1-0 to the Cherries.
Yeah, I think this could be Bournemouth's time to turn it around. I think they've looked meh this season. They've not looked poor though, and I think the fact they're in the relegation zone is actually a bit of a poor reflection of their quality. Yeah. I think they'll start to bounce back. I think they'll come with a victory here against Burnley. I'll go 2-0 Bournemouth. Goals from Dom Solanke, as you say, probably their most likely goal scorer. And then I will go. I want to say someone like Harry Arter, but he's not even there anymore. I've just, for some reason, only got 2017 Bournemouth in my head. I will back Max Aarons. Hasn't got a goal yet for the club, and I think he will get one here in a victory over Burnley. On to the 5:30 then, and it's Wolves versus Newcastle. This should be a really interesting one. Wolves have been subpar, to say the least, so far this season. They've not really shown a lot. They are down in the bottom half of the table, but I think a lot of sides that are very mediocre in the Premier this season will be okay, because there's just a lot of very poor teams in the very bottom of the league. And the fact Everton are likely to get a -12, that probably plays into it as well. But yeah, Wolves, this could be a very, very difficult game for them. Newcastle are a very strong team. We saw that against all their recent matches, apart from the Dortmund game in the week.
Yeah.
Potentially a little bit tired from that game, though. Could Wolves take advantage or exploit any sort of tiredness, do you think?
No, I think Newcastle, what they've done this season perfectly is they've brought in good rotation options. I know the likes of Barnes is injured and Isak came off very early on Tuesday. But I think they should be okay. On Wednesday, sorry. I think they'll be all right.
I'd argue Callum Wilson will be very suited to this type of fixture.
Yeah, I think he will. And that's why I think he'll score 2 goals. And then it'll be a 3rd goal from Kieran Trippier.
Fair enough. He seems to get a goal contribution every game at the moment, Kieran Trippier. He's just toying with me to put me in the FPL
rewarding
team.
Everyone who has taken him.
Indeed. I will go Wolves 0, Newcastle 5. I think they need a big result after the Dortmund game. Wolves have looked really poor this season, so I will go for goal scorers. I think Wilson will get 1. I think Gordon will get 1. I'm going to go for 5 different goal scorers. I'm going to go Longstaff, Burn, and then Jacob Murphy from the bench. 5-0 win. He might even start. Sorry, I won't go Jacob Murphy. Then he's broken his shoulder potentially. I will go Joe Linton. 5.
Fair enough, yeah.
A load of different goal scorers in that one then. On to the Sunday then, and we've got a blockbuster game, a blockbuster run of fixtures. Also to bear in mind, on Saturday we are live on YouTube, but not for any of the Premier League games. We are live for La Liga. The El Clasico is on Saturday. If we can find a way to watch it, we will be there. So if there is a stream page on the channel, you know we're live for it.
That's the same time as Arsenal, Sheffield United and Bournemouth, Burnley, so we'll keep tabs on them as well.
Same sort of time. So yeah, look out for that on Saturday. But on to the Sunday fixtures then. We've got first up at the 1 o'clock kickoff, a weird timing for a Sunday. It's West Ham versus Everton. West Ham have been punching very much above their weight this season. They've been doing all right in Europe. They are finding themselves 7th, I believe, in the Premier League or around that sort of area. They've done quite well getting results when they need them. They've had some really good performances from players like Neef Aguard, players like Jared Bowen, James Ward-Prowse. And, well, it should be a fairly routine victory against an Everton side who seem to be crumbling. They're really struggling on the pitch. Despite the fact their XG is actually higher than Manchester City's this season, they find themselves down near the relegation zone and with an seemingly but soon to have minus 12 points deduction, it's not looking great for the Toffees. Will they come unstuck here, or could they actually find themselves in a very delightful victory?
I think it's going to be very hard to motivate yourself. You know you've got minus 12 points in, looming over your head. You're travelling away to London Stadium. This has got a James Ward-Prowse free kick written all over it. 1-0 to the Hammers, and it's going to be another frustrating game for Everton, where they'll probably be the better side, but it will just be a 25-yard belter from JWP.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree about the motivation side, because I think if you've got on the horizon, you can see that minus 12. You need points desperately.
Well, it depends which kind of player you are.
Yeah, I guess. But I will say West Ham will win this. I think they've looked they've been very good form, and I don't think Everton will have enough. I'll go 2-1 West Ham, and I will say Nev Aguerd from a corner and Jarrett Bowen with the West Ham goals. Everton will get one back for a James Tarkowski header, but I think it'll be a little too late for them. Up next then, and the first of 3 2:00 kickoffs, is Aston Villa versus Luton. Aston Villa find themselves 5th in the Premier League, 4 points off the top of the table, which is quite massive, quite magnificent from Emery's side. Luton Town find themselves just above the relegation zone, which is exactly where the Hatters want to be, really. They don't expect to be punching any higher than that, but as long as they're not in the relegation zone, they're doing well. Could they pull off another shock result here, or will the Aston Villa steam train keep rolling towards the European football?
Villa are flying at the moment. They look brilliant. Watkins is in fantastic form, and he's kind of being supplied with a lot of brilliant chances from everyone in the team. I'm expecting another Villa win. I think Luton will give them a good game, but the deadlock will eventually be broken. I'll go 2-0 Villa with a Watkins goal and then another goal for John McGinn. I don't think they'll be affected by the fact they've got AZ Alkmaar on Thursday.
Yeah, fair enough. I think the thing is, it's going to be a bit of a rogue one, but I look at how Villa play, and they love counter-attacking football. They're really good at resisting the pressure and then being able to counter-attack. The one team in this league you cannot counter-attack is Luton Town, because they sit everyone in the box and all they do is counter-attack. So I think there could be a bit of a clash of systems here, and I think that could result in a bit of a rogue result. I'm going to go for a draw. I think Luton Town have the ability to get a point from this one. I think it'll be 1-0. I think Luton will open the scoring. I think Carlton Morris around the 20th minute. Then they'll be holding on for dear life. But I think Villa will get a late equaliser. I'll go 88th minute. Douglas Luiz. He's been in great form recently. People are going, should we get him in FPL? Others are going, well, he's just scored a couple of pens. But he has been in really good form. If he can keep that up, well, he's going to get a hat for this.
7 goals in his last 5 home games.
Exactly.
They're at home again. You expect him to score?
Exactly that. So I'll back him to score, but I think it will be a draw between Aston Villa and Luton. Up next, Brighton versus Fulham. Brighton fighting in Europe, and actually we're live for that. Thanks to everyone that tuned in yesterday when this goes out. But yeah, it's going to be a difficult game. Fulham will be, well, they've been all right at times. They've not been great this season, but Brighton have shown a complete inability to beat some teams this season, despite the fact they should have. So it could go either way. You would expect a Brighton win. Could Fulham pull off an upset?
No, Fulham look rubbish. Brighton, slim loss to City last weekend, not too bad, and we haven't seen the result of the Ajax game just yet.
Yeah, but if it's based off Ajax's recent form, they should win 8-0.
And we know Brighton have got the ability to rotate. They've got some brilliant South American wonder kids they can call upon. So I think it would be another win. I'll go 2-0 to the Seagulls with a goal from Ferguson and then another goal from Mitoma.
Yeah, fair enough. The problem with Fulham is that even if Leno makes 50 saves and they're able to keep a clean sheet, they can't score a goal.
No.
They've got nobody up front, and I think that'll be their undoing once again.
Carlos Vinicius isn't a striker.
He is. He's not a very good one.
No, not.
I'll go Brighton 3, Fulham 0. I think Brighton are a very good team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the City game, City were nothing special. Brighton got quite unfortunate in that game, I'd say. I think they'll get back to winning ways here. I will go for a Cairo Mitoma goal. I will go Alexis McAllister. And I will go Pascal Gross to get a third. I said Alexis McAllister. That is a woeful. What am I on about? I'm having a mare this morning. I will go for Billy Gilmore instead. Same sort of role. God, that is disgraceful. I apologise to all the Brighton fans. Speaking of Alexis McAllister, though, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest up next. This should be an interesting one. Liverpool have been in good form recently, but were slightly fortunate to get something out of the Everton game, considering for a lot of the game they struggled to score. And actually, I think if it weren't for the Ashley Young red card and the fact that Konate wasn't sent off, I think potentially Everton hold on there. But now they face Forest. Forest, a very different kettle of fish. They've not been anything special this season. Forest have really struggled to pick up points, but they do find themselves in that weird Wolves Fulham pack of we're really bad, but we're getting away with it for now.
And they're picking up points on draw against Luton. They beat Chelsea.
That should have been a win, though. They were bleeding into the 80 minutes, but yeah, that should have been a win.
That should have been, and I don't think.
Can they get anything from Liverpool?
No, I don't think so. Liverpool will want to get back to winning way. Not back to winning way. They want to get back to being
more
comfortable.
More comprehensive wins.
I think we 2-0, and one of those goals will be from Nunes. Sorry, I have a bit of a foggy memory there. And then there'll be a second goal from Tsimikas.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can see it. I love that as FPL owner of both of those players. I will go 5-0 Liverpool.
Ooh,
I will say, I don't know, I'm just feeling confident with the big wins this week. I will go for a Alexis McAllister goal for the right team this time.
Yeah.
I will say a Salah double, a Jota goal and a Diaz goal for a 5-0 win.
Yeah.
And then that's everything. We have got one last game. It's the Manchester derby, Manchester United versus Manchester City, but we are live for it on Sunday, so please do join us there. 3:30 kickoff, a bit of a weird kickoff time again, but we are live for it. Should be exciting. Make sure to be there. We are very excited for it. Should be a good game.
I mean, it definitely should be. I think we're all expecting it's going to be a cricket score. It's going to be funny to watch Manchester United get battered once again. I can't wait.
Yeah, and if you're not interested in the game, then please do hop in stream chat anyway and wish me a happy birthday, since it is my birthday Sunday. Very excited, though, to be missing a couple hours to come and stream the Manchester derby. But yeah, should be an exciting game. Please do join us there. That is everything for this week, though. Get your predictions in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, then head on over to the YouTube or Discord to get involved with the conversation. That is everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.